I hold before you on this small piece of paper a very small seed. It's so small that I had to tape it to this paper. There are even seeds smaller than this one. That's what we're going to talk about tonight. But inside this seed of a hard shell, perfectly round, it's just as hard and dry as it can be. But inside this seed are all of the instructions necessary for this small seed to produce a large plant, whether it be a beautiful flower or a thorn bush, depends upon the seed. But all of that information is in this little seed. What will it be? It's been determined by the parent plant, of course. What color will it be? That information is in here. What size will it be? Also, that information is in here. It knows when to sprout. It knows to have moisture, heat, sunshine. If it's too cold, it won't sprout. It knows all of these things, and all of these instructions are in this little small seed. It knows to shoot the leaves up and the roots down. They've made experiments before in complete darkness. The roots still go down and the leaves up. All of that information is in this small seed. This little seed really is an amazing thing that God has created. Even more amazing is his own seed, the Word, and that's what we're talking about tonight. This seed is living and active and ready to sprout if the conditions are right. I'm going to read a parable from the book of Luke. It's also recorded in Matthew and Mark. People refer to it as the parable of the sower. I like to think of it as the parable of the soils because it's mainly talking about the soils. But in Luke 8:5, a sower went out to sow his seed, and as he sowed, some fell by the wayside, and it was trodden down, and the fowls of the air devoured it. And some fell upon a rock, and as soon as it was sprung up, it withered away because it lacked moisture. And some fell among the thorns, and the thorns sprang up with it and choked it. And other fell on the ground and sprang up and bare fruit an hundredfold. And when he had said these things, he cried, "He that hath ears, let him hear." The writer explains this parable as such. Luke also describes this parable. In verse 11, he says, "Now the parable is this: the seed is the word of God, the seed that was sown." Now he describes it in 8 and 12. It says, "Those by the wayside are they that hear. Then cometh the devil and taketh away the word out of their hearts, lest they should believe and be saved. They on the rock are they which when they hear receive the word with joy, and these have no root, which for a while believe, and in time of temptation fall away. And that which fell among the thorns are they, which when they have heard, go forth and are choked with cares and riches and pleasures of this life, and bring no fruit to perfection. But that on the good ground are they, which in an honest and good heart, having heard the word, keep it and bring forth fruit and patience." Those of you that are not Christians have received the word that we're talking about, of course, is the gospel. This seed has all that you need, all of the instructions that you need to become a Christian, how to become a Christian, and how to live a godly life. So you have all of that information. Some of you have heard it many times, and yet you still resist it. Will you be that person that is by the wayside, we'll say, and let the fowls devour it and the devil take it away? Or will you be the stony ground and allow the seed to sprout and then not furnish the Word of God to grow and let temptation lead you away? Or will you be the thorns that grow up and choke the Word of God and let the riches and pleasures of life lead you astray? Or will you be the thorns that discourages someone else from becoming a Christian? Think about these things. Do you hinder anyone from becoming a Christian? Or will you be that good ground that nourishes the seed and allows the Word of God to grow and to yield fruit? As I said, the seed has been planted. You've heard the Word. You know what you need to do. You need to become a Christian. The seed has all of that information that you need. It comes upon you now to act. So the problem is not the soil. The problem is you. You have received this information, and yet you still reject it. You still are, as they say, stiff-necked. You just will not commit to the Word. You are the one to make this decision. No one else. No one else can do it for you. In 15 of Luke, remember, but that on the good ground are they, which in are honest and good heart. That's what you need, an honest and good heart. Honest, of course, being that you know what to do, you just need to do it. And of course, a good heart will take care of everything else. But you've heard the Word. The seed has been planted. It's up to you to nourish that Word and to be a Christian. I don't know why some people reject it for so long. I had a brother that I tried to encourage to come back to the Lord. He never would. Kept saying, well, I will someday, I will someday. But pretty soon, that seed that had been planted will just wither and die. And then you'll wither and die. And then you'll be lost and without hope. There's no hope without Jesus Christ. I encourage you tonight to think upon these things, to become a Christian, be born again, be baptized, become a new creature, and go forth and grow as a plant would and bear fruit for Jesus Christ.